Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're listening or tuning in. Welcome back to the Quiet Glow Up series, a glow up only God could design. I am your host, Darla, and you are tuned into the 30 Journey. Welcome back to episode 5, guys. So, this one is probably going to be my favorite episode of the series, because not only is it about one of the biggest turning points in my life, it is also being uploaded on my late grandmother's birthday. So, Mommy, happy heavenly birthday. So let's get into this episode. The hard work before the love story. Before I could say I was ready for love, y'all, I had to face the parts of myself that weren't. Not because I didn't want love, but because I didn't trust it to stay. But something happened in the quiet. Something shifted in the stillness of caregiving, in the long nights, and in the hard work that only God could do. And now, for the first time, I'm saying this with my whole chest. I'm ready for love. Not because I need someone to feel me, but because I finally know how to be full. And this is the episode I didn't know I was brave enough to record. I remember when I did an episode for you all on the 30 Journey years ago about someone that I met in Dallas that I ran from, basically. And rather than allowing myself to be open or fully open to love at that time, I did what I normally resort to doing, and that is running. But there's something significant that I did not share with you all within that story, is that the man that was presented before me actually reflected and mirrored my grandfather. He had so many of his ways. He reminded me of him so much. And what was very interesting that I realized that was happening is that the Lord was showing me at that time that in order to even be able to accept the love that I have for you, you must heal your heart with the one person that you truly love the most. When my grandfather passed away earlier this year, everything in my life shifted. He was more than just a grandparent. He was the last parental figure in my life. And when he left, it was like the floor dropped from under me. What I didn't expect was the healing that would come in the middle of that grief. As painful as it was, it peeled something open in me. I realized how much of my love had been transactional or guarded before this. How often I gave, but only if it was safe. But in taking care of him, I gave freely, with no timeline, no applause, no expectation. And in doing that, I saw that I was more capable of love than I thought. That's when I knew the work had already started. There's something so sacred about healing through service, y'all. My grandfather stood as the father figure in much of my life after my dad passed. And even though I know my grandfather loved me deeply, there were moments where I felt unseen, disappointed, and even let down. But during this final season, I chose to see him fully, not just as my grandfather, but as a man. I let go of needing him to be perfect. I let go of holding his past against him. And in doing that, I was finally able to confront my father wound and forgive it. Not because someone gave me closure, but because I was ready to be free. Because of what the Lord was showing me about me in that time. It wasn't necessarily about my grandfather and who he was. It was what he represented. And in order for me to truly be able to move forward, I had to forgive and let go of everything that I felt like I could control. I truly believe God let that healing happen before my grandfather passed so that I wouldn't carry that weight into my future. Now, y'all, I didn't sign up for a healing journey. I was legit just trying to show up for someone that I loved. But the beautiful thing about God is that He used my obedience to serve as a stage where healing would take place. In the hospital visits, the meals, the late nights, the small talk, He was peeling back the layers. I thought I was losing time, but I was legit gaining character. I thought I was losing myself, but I was meeting the version of me that I had been praying for. It didn't feel like a glow up, but now I know that it was. For most of my life, love scared me. Not because I didn't want it, but because I was afraid it would leave. Just like my parents, now just like my grandparents and those that I love the most, they always left. I had learned to prepare for departure before arrival, but in this season, God has been showing me how to stay, how to trust, how to receive without bracing for disappointment. I remember in previous relationships how I used to brace myself for an ending, knowing that that's not the outcome I ever wanted, but that's the one I always believed would show up. Now, I'm not afraid of being left. I'm not afraid of being left because I know I won't abandon myself. Because I know that my Creator will never abandon me. And the love that's for me won't abandon me either. Here's what I know now, guys. Love isn't something I need to chase, prove myself worthy of, or earn by doing the most. It's something I become ready for. In this healing journey, this heart quiet work, it made me ready. I'm not just preparing for a wedding or a title. I'm preparing for a love that reflects God's heart. A love that is fruit-bearing, a love that is emotionally steady, a love that doesn't need to be loud to be secure. I don't have to rush it. I don't have to go looking for it because I know the kind of love I'm praying for is available for me. It took a lot for me to get here, guys, but I'm here. I have already experienced moments within these seasons that has me knowing that I've been growing in this. I have been tested and I have been passing these tests, praise the Lord. And I'm very, very grateful for the version of me that's showing up, knowing all along that this is where I've always wanted to be. So if you're listening and you're in your own quiet season, wondering why it's taking so long or why you feel like you're doing all the work with no reward, this is your reminder. You're not just waiting, you're becoming. And when the love story shows up, because it will, it won't be the start of something. It'll be the reflection of Christ and the reward for doing the hard work that you prepared for in the quiet season. So keep showing up, keep healing, and keep your heart open. Sometimes the most beautiful part is truly in the becoming. So I love that love doesn't terrify me anymore, because this time I knew who I was before it found me. I know that love, real love, won't require me to shrink, harden, or fight to be chosen. And I'm not showing up as a girl who waits to be disappointed anymore. Praise the Lord. I'm showing up as a woman who's been healed by God, loved deeply by Him first, and prepared to receive what's divinely aligned. So again, whether you're in a season of waiting, healing, or rediscovery, may you remember this. Love isn't just something you get, it's something you grow into. And if you're listening to this, maybe your heart's getting ready to. Guys, thank you so much for allowing me to pour this deeply personal episode with you all. And I pray that it truly, truly blesses you. There's no more running, no more hiding, no more trying to leave before getting left. All of the things that, like I said, are all in the culture and stuff that we are only doing to avoid being disappointed. No more. I truly thank you all for allowing me to pour my heart in this episode. And if you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, I would love for you to leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought. I would love to hear it. And remember, the quiet glow up is a glow up that only God could design. Take care. Talk soon.